Hey everyone, so have you ever stopped and wondered what your metabolism really is? We hear that word thrown around all the time, but let's be honest, it can feel a little vague. Well, today we're going to make it super clear with one simple, powerful analogy that might just change the way you think about food and energy forever. I want you to just picture this with me for a second. Imagine your body isn't this super complex machine of cells and organs, but instead, it's just a simple campfire burning steadily inside of you. Got it? Okay, because that one little idea, it's gonna unlock everything for us. So, what is metabolism? It's the fire. That's it. It's the process that takes the food you eat, which is like the wood, and burns it to create energy, the heat that powers your entire life. Pretty simple, right? But to keep that fire burning nice and bright, you have to be a good campfire tender. And tending that fire, well, it really just boils down to two crucial things. First, the quantity of wood you're adding, and second, the timing when you add it. Getting these two things right is basically the secret to a healthy, roaring metabolism. So let's break down exactly why. First up, let's talk about quantity. I mean, it seems obvious, but the amount of food you eat in one sitting can either fuel your fire or pretty much put it out completely. Let's look at two mistakes a lot of us make. All right, so imagine you've got this nice little fire going, it's burning well, and then you just dump a massive pile of logs on it all at once. What do you think happens? Yep, exactly. The fire gets totally smothered. There's no way it can burn through all that wood fast enough. So the extra wood just gets piled up on the side, right? Well, in your body, that pile of unburned wood, that's fat storage. Your system just gets overwhelmed and has no choice but to store that extra energy for later. Okay, so what about the flip side? What happens if you barely feed the fire at all? Just tossing on a tiny twig here and there. While the fire shrinks down, it gets weak, it gets cold, and it starts to die out. See, when you don't eat enough, your body totally panics. It thinks there's a famine happening. So to protect you, it slams the brakes on the fire, slowing everything way down to conserve every last bit of energy. And that, right there, is why those extreme crash diets almost always backfire. Your metabolism just grinds to a halt. So the goal then is the sweet spot. You want to add just enough wood at just the right times to keep a steady, hot flame going all day long. That means eating enough so you feel satisfied and energized, but not so much that you feel stuffed. Now for our second huge piece of the puzzle, because it's not just how much wood you add to the fire, it's when you add it. The timing of your meals is just as critical for keeping that metabolic fire roaring. And this is where the science gets really, really cool. Your body runs on this incredibly powerful internal clock. It's called the circadian rhythm, and it is naturally wired to be active and burning fuel during the day when the sun is up and to slow down, rest, and repair itself at night. This is a brilliant way to think about how to work with your body's clock, not against it. So at sunrise, breakfast is like the wake-up call for your fire. It says, hey, time to get burning. Then throughout the day, steady meals keep that flame strong and consistent. And as the sun goes down, a lighter dinner is like banking the embers, letting the fire die down naturally for the night. Which brings us to a super common problem, the late-night bonfire. Come on, we've all done it. A big, heavy meal right before crawling into bed. But this works directly against your body's natural rhythm. And here's why it's such a bad idea. First, your metabolism is already winding down for the night. It's getting sleepy. Second, your body is then forced to work hard digesting all that food when it should be resting, which can seriously mess with your sleep. And finally, since you're not moving around, all that unused energy has nowhere to go, except, you guessed it, into fat storage. Okay, so we get the what and we get the when. Let's bring it all together now. How do you actually become a master fire tender for your metabolism? It's actually pretty simple. Here are some easy-to-follow rules. All right, here are the 4 big rules to remember. Number 1, don't flood the engine. Try to stop eating when you're about 80% full. That way you don't smother the fire. Number 2, don't run on empty. Skipping meals sends your body into that panic mode we talked about. 3, front load your calories. Eat your bigger meals earlier in the day when you're most active. And finally, number 4, be consistent. Your metabolism absolutely loves a routine. If you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. This is the entire philosophy in a single sentence. It's so simple. Work with your body. Feed the fire while the sun is up and let it rest when the sun goes down. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. Based on your own habits, are you actively tending your internal fire, keeping it strong and bright? Or are you maybe accidentally smothering it? The choice is totally yours. And hey, if you found this helpful, feel free to share it. Because when we're healthy and the people around us are healthy too, everyone is just a whole lot happier.